guys, welcome to the Nodes of Fate, your soul growth for 2025-2026. These readings are designed to give you a lot of helpful information about the next 18 months with regard to your soul growth. And I'm pre-recording the intro, which is going to be the same on each of the videos, so that you don't need to, once you've watched this once, you don't need to watch it for the other videos. The readings the tarot readings will be for your rising sign, because on everybody's chart, the rising happens in the same exact spot at the beginning of the first house right here. Okay, where your sun can be anywhere, but your rising will always be in the same spot, and that helps me pinpoint where Pisces likely falls in your chart, so that I can make this very personal and very applicable to you personally. Okay, so that's why if you're watching and you say, oh, there's Aries, I'm an Aries. No, it's for Aries rising. Okay, so the first thing I want you to know is I'm grouping these readings by element. So the first videos will be for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The second group will be Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Third grouping will be for the air signs Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the fourth grouping will be for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So I'm grouping them by element: fire, earth, air, and water. And there's a very specific spread that I'm using, and I won't do a lot of over clarifying, because I've got clear messages about what each position of each card is looking for. Okay, and so let me give you the rundown, but before I do that, please note that I'm offering a Valentine's special on my private readings. $100 off. $100 off. And my readings aren't that expensive anyway, so the link is below, and click on that. It's first come, first serve, so you're not getting a date that you have to commit to. It's first come, first serve, and that special offer disappears at 11:59 p.m. on February 1st. So I will be mentioning it on February 1st as well, for that first February monthly energy update reading. If by chance I don't get to that until the 2nd, I may extend it one day just to be fair, but I'm hoping I catch up with everything. I have 2 sick relatives with the flu, and they live at opposite ends of my town, one on the east coast, one on the west, so I've been running myself ragged taking care of these 2 people, so my apologies. Yeah, so if you want, I've already got a bunch of bookings. These are not going to be a rapid turnaround, so get yourself a spot, and that's my way of saying thank you so much for all of your support these past few months. There has been a noticeable difference in the algorithm, in my ranking, and how I'm doing with regard to the algorithm. So thank you for that, and this is my way to pay it forward. So thank you. So let's talk about the nodes of fate. The North Node and the South Node are the nodes of the moon. They're vectors. They're energy points, right? We have an orbit of the moon. It goes and then it moves with the sun, and then there's like these points where they cross, and the elliptic, and we call that the North Node. And then there's one down here we call the South Node, and that's how we get eclipses. So that's helpful to know. But they like the one for the North Node sort of shoots off an energy vector to the north, and the South Node shoots off an energy vector to the south. And we look, we have Rahu and Ketu as well for those who follow sidereal and astrology, the head of the dragon, the tail, whatever. So what we're talking about here, though, the North Node to me is our dharma. It's what we're here to do. It's our purpose. It gives us direction. The South Node, our karma, what we brought in from past life. And if you don't buy into that, it's kind of what we're already comfortable with. Think of it as your comfort zone. You're good. You don't need to kind of lean on it as a crutch. You can let it go. The North Node should be a little bit more challenging, a little bit out of the comfort zone. So it should be a stretch. Okay, it should stretch us a bit. The nodes change signs every 18 months, and therefore they have about a 19-year journey. It takes them 19 years to get back to the same sign, so think about that. I'm not talking about the nodes in your natal chart. I'm talking about the nodes as they transit. So this is a transiting North and South node. They move backwards. They're always retrograde. So they just moved from Aries and Libra and shifted into Pisces and Virgo. They're always directly opposite each other. So that occurred on January 11th or 12th that they made this change, and they'll be in these signs until August 17th of 2026. So all of our eclipses are going to be in Pisces and Virgo. Okay, little heads up about that. The first few months of 2025 are very heavy with Pisces energy, because we have Neptune, which is the ruler of Pisces, in Pisces. We have Saturn in Pisces, and we have Venus in Pisces. So it's bringing up a lot of karma, a lot of soul lessons, a lot of experiences that we've been clearing stuff out, where we've been asked to let go of a lot at a significant level, which sounds like that would be more of a South Node thing. But because Pisces has an energy signature of dissolving, right? That's one of the energy signatures of the 12th house. We dissolve into one, and then we're born anew in Aries, the Alpha and the Omega situation. But with all this concentration of energy in Pisces, in the Pisces area of your chart for these first few months, it's pointing the North Node, pointing you to what needs to be dissolved. As a result, and listen carefully, because I'm seeing a lot of it in the comments on my readings, you may need to focus on your grounding, because you don't want to become too detached or too unmoored, right? It can be very disorienting, is what I'm trying to say. So heads up, focus on your grounding, at least these first few months of 2025, so you've got your wits about you, because there's a lot of very dissolved energy happening in the Pisces area of your chart. Pisces also increases dream states, other states of consciousness as well, especially as we tap into the higher realms, and we can do so more quickly, more easily. With the North Node in Pisces, we'll be learning to trust our energy outside of our body, outside of the physical world. So, meditation, anything when we're working more with manifestation. Any of those of you who work with energy, Reiki, channeling, any of you who have more psychic abilities, it'll be faster, it'll be easier. Those of you who are newer to these gifts may learn quicker. You may feel that you're kind of having logarithmic growth in your skills. All of us may experience that, quite honestly. I talk about ascension a lot, and I talk about ascension from a very internal process, usually, about the work we're doing, right? And about manifestation is part and parcel of the work we do. And I still maintain that. I still believe that, right? I always say the two of wands. What do you want, right? In an ideal world, what do you want if you could have anything? And then what do you need to set in motion so that it arrives? It's not a twitch the nose like Bewitched and then it's there. With Pisces North Node, there's an ascension process that is available a whole lot faster. I'm saying it because I've seen it. We'll be pulling all this energy outside of our physical experience into our current timeline and sort of ascending to that higher timeline. And it's going to feel very real, like it's happening in real time. Like that. So we need to be grounded. We need to be grounded. Very helpful that the South Node is in an earth sign. But South Node is about purging and release, right? And letting things go. And so the Virgo South Node is where we're clearing out, where we're purging, where we're letting go of what's no longer useful. In Virgo, that relates directly to our physical bodies. Now, does it start to make sense what's happening here? It's the physical body. Specifically with regard to digestion. Oh my God, I just had this experience late December, and it kind of just started to clear out when the nodes change signs. So I had my digestion issue right before they changed signs. Stomach, liver, intestines, it's how we process our energy physically, how we digest energy. Literally, food is energy. We're purging what's no longer healthy, what's no longer needed, what no longer supports us. This also applies to Virgo areas of service, our jobs, our daily routines, and our tasks. It also applies to pets and domesticated animals. I'll go as far as saying farm animals for those of you who work in those fields. Not animals out in the wild, but those that are relatively domesticated. Those we need to really be alert and aware of them and what they're purging and what they're experiencing and what's happening with them in the physical realm. We may find that some of our work is just no longer needed, that we're meant to move on. We're meant to move forward into different skills and abilities and tasks. But I want you to see it as not like we're being displaced in any way. It's more of an up-leveling. This whole thing, this next 18 months is an up-leveling, if we choose to see it that way and experience it that way, leading us to healthier ways of being and living. But it's a top-down experience because we're leading with Pisces. Okay, that's why I'm saying let's anchor ourselves, let's stay grounded, because it's a top-down. As we process new downloads, new information, new energies that are taking us almost out of our body into a higher timeline, we have to purge the unhealthy habits and take care of our bodies so we can realign instantly. We ain't gonna have no time for couch potatoing, right? And we gotta realign so we can be grounded, so we can be strong and healthy as we receive more energy and then more downloads. And then we see how our bodies pick that up, how our bodies work with that. But it's top down, and it starts with, oh my God, I'm going to say it, intuition. And I've been threatening you all with a class now for months. And now you see why I've been waiting. I didn't wait intentionally. Lots of crap has happened in between. I did my digestive purge before you all because I couldn't wait for this. I had to get it out of the way so I could up level first, and so that I can talk to you intelligently about intuition. It's going to be about how you feel, what you intuit about the energy that's correct for you. So what's correct for you is not going to be correct for me, is not going to be correct for the next person. And then asking the body to support it, to realign, to support all this energy you're digesting, and realizing that you're now ready to improve. You're ready for this higher timeline. Virgo wants improvement. Virgo energy wants improvement, but it doesn't do that on its own because it's South Node. It takes It takes direction from the Pisces intuition of what needs to be released. It's the processing mechanism. Pisces is the dissolving agent, is the intuition tells you what needs to be dissolved, what needs to be up-leveled, and it's all kind of like, I envisioned it as a transfusion process. That's how I envisioned it. Better word that I heard somebody else say is that it's a mind and body reset. A spiritual mind and body reset. Next 18 months, kids. Mind, body reset. I personally feel transfused after what I went through. I could have used one myself, right? That's what I have. That is the introduction to Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node. In the readings to come, and it is time stamped, as I said, so you can get to what you want. It is for your rising sign, so that I will indicate what houses the Pisces will likely fall in your chart, so that you can look at your natal chart if you have access to it. If you don't, you're not going to need it, because I'm going to say, well, it could be in your 8th, your 7th, or your 6th. Remember, it always moves backwards, and I'm going to give you some key words for what those houses are about, so you know where this big up-leveling may be happening for you. Okay? What areas of life you'll need to be paying attention to, for what needs to go, what you might be ascending to, where your intuition will be sharpest, right? Okay. And that's what I have. So onward and upward, I'm really excited about this. Let's jump in. See you inside. Bye. Hey guys, how are you? This is for the Aries Rising. I have here our North Node and our South Node, the Moon and the Hermit. So I'm going to jump right in since I already did the introduction. What I want to do is talk to you about the houses that where you will likely find the Pisces energy in your natal chart, since this is for Aries Rising, 12th house, 11th house, and here are the themes. So now that this is time-stamped, you can come back to this. 12th house, themes, what one releases and reviews to move forward. Here are the words: completion, reflection, review, undoing ego, releasing ego expectations, subconscious motives, spirituality, idealism, very 12th house idealism, private matters, secrets, hidden enemies, review process, concealed from public view, like stuff we sweep under the carpet, hospitals come under 12th house, jails, internal transformations, and trust. All our trust issues are 12th house themes. So if you have Pisces in the 12th house, be considering all of these themes. If you have Pisces in the 11th house, it's what one does to make a difference and relate to the collective. Here are the key words: the future, dreams, life desires, group activities, friendships, social relationships and responsibilities, networking, associations, activism, humanity, receiving love, detachment, metaphysical pursuits, quantum energies, cosmic understandings. Okay, so those are the areas of the chart where Aries Rising might find Pisces. So let's go ahead and jump into the spread. I'm going to pull the main cards, tell you what the positions are, and do a little clarifying as necessary. We have our North Node and our South Node. The North Node, future life destiny here. South Node, past life baggage. Remember, we're talking about the transiting nodes. We've got our challenge card, support, lessons to learn, opportunities for growth, and integration. This seems to be very relational, since we have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. So for the North Node, you've got some themes here about dissolving away what isn't serving, remember, and sort of making sure that you're grounded enough and anchoring in what's healthy for you in your physical body. So when it comes to the challenge, current challenge makes it difficult for you to overcome or work through in order to grow and create better alignment. I do have a cheat sheet because this is a newer spread to me. So this is about somebody and that you want some more affirmation from, some clarity that they're desirous of this connection and support. It's about the letting go. So you are in a process of offloading anything that's heavy and burdensome to you. This is what's available to you to align fully with your own soul's blueprint, is an opportunity to say, yeah, I have had enough. I know my worth and value. That's a big thing right now with this particular shift. And so you need to kind of clear the decks of anything that's weighing you down. When it comes to lessons to learn, this card provides insights into the areas of personal growth and development that are currently relevant to you. So again, if we're talking about some kind of beginning of life partnership, you can't keep holding on to something that isn't really claiming you, that might be unavailable to you right now. So this is the lesson to learn here, is that you might be holding on to something that has been escaping you or hasn't been claiming you. And so the opportunity for growth is to sort of look out onto the horizon. This is an expansion theme that I'm seeing here for you with the Three of Wands. It's anticipation of what's to come. This card reveals opportunities for potential growth that are available to you right now. It represents an area of life focused on efforts to experience personal transformation. The Three of Wands is a manifestation card. Right? So now that you're sort of in that moment of what do I really want and what am I, where am I merging with my next highest timeline? It's a manifestation moment where what you seek seeks you at a higher timeline. So you kind of have to offload some stuff, right? This is supportive energy, believe it or not. The Ten of Wands means, kid, it's done. Let it go. Don't hold on. Okay, because you're ascending in real time. And this is an integration card, how to achieve harmony between old patterns, right, that we're releasing, a new potential so you can fully embody your highest self. And so I am feeling like what's happening here is you are calling into you, what is arriving to you is that type of a bond, of a connection that could be bringing some beautiful new beginning for you. And this is the anchoring. I love that levitating hermit. It's an anchoring, the groundedness that you need to kind of pull this all together in real time, in 3D. Yeah, I can see it. Okay. So we have that, and let's jump in, and I just want to see, I'm not going to clarify every single card, I don't need to. This is the King of Wands that I'm interested in, that's your challenge. Ten of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands. So if this is meant to be, it'll be. Now notice that the King of Wands is holding essentially an ace, right? If there's this energy of if you're meant to have this happily ever after with this person, they're the one that needs to sort of take that gift from spirit. Okay, so this is available, but you've done your part. You can't stop. You can't sort of sit here in this energy of, oh my gosh, I'm holding out, I'm holding on, I'm waiting. no, you have to liberate yourself at this point. Remember, there's that dissolving quality of Pisces. So let's see in the support to align fully with your soul's blueprint. Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords. So you've got some aces here. I feel like this person, whoever is this King of Wands, whoever's been elusive or unavailable or hasn't yet claimed something, it's a timing issue. It's all in divine time, but I feel like you're being guided. What's available to you is this clarity, and maybe it's all the options. What's been weighing you down is you're seeing it as overwhelming confusion instead of as new opportunities. Instead of that, oh, now I see I have options. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm the one that has the choice. I have power. I have opportunity. There could be new love on the path for me. I don't know, but I'm calling something to me here in this moment, and I have power and agency to create this in my life, to call it in real time. This is a new, remember I said it's a reset or transfusion process is how I'm really feeling it and experiencing it. This is that card. So I'm seeing that it's possible that this King of Wands could have a big turnaround. They could go through a similar process. It's not out of the question, but this is not what the next 18 months are about for you. This is now that support that says it's okay to unburden yourself of this. It's not your burden to carry, it's theirs. So you unburden yourself, you lighten the load, and you open your eyes to the options before you for love. It's all around you. It's available to you, and you're calling it in. So let's look at this Three of Wands, because that is your opportunities for growth. All right. So, yeah, the opportunity for growth is the minute you start to draw this toward you, whatever it is that, you're starting to get the picture about your options and what it is that you want and the kind of love you desire and the kind of partnership you want. Now you've got that. Now you can speak truth to it. Now you can speak with more certainty and more fervor even. And I'm not saying that you shut down in any way, shape, or form, but it's about holding on to what you value, what's important, and almost like it's more about boundaries. Okay, so I'm seeing that Four of Pentacles coming on this Knight of Swords as like, no, let me be clear. Let me speak emphatically with clarity and decisiveness. And this is my line in the sand. This is what I value. And so there's no, ambiguity here. And with that Four of Cups, right, there will be no missed opportunity. There will be no pining. There will be no, maudlin energy, no disenchanted energy, no disappointed energy, because you can't miss an opportunity that you're saying with all clarity, now I have the options, I see what I want, I know what I want, and I'm not going to sit here with an albatross around my neck because someone hasn't decided yet what they want. Okay, so in this new trajectory, it's about the direction that you're headed and how you anchor yourself with certainty about what it is that you're calling into you, so that you're, or calling toward you and up and into your next highest timeline all at the same time, instead of it being two separate processes. It sort of takes place all at once. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Give me a card on the Two of Cups for the integration. Aha, yes, the spiritual wisdom, sort of this energy of it doesn't have to happen in an instant. This is Neptune, which rules Pisces. It's that wisdom, sort of waiting for the enlightenment. I don't even feel like it's any form of I feel like it gives you the opportunity to sort of observe the whole situation from a comfortable vantage point. It gives you the time that you need to sort of observe everything as this process is unfolding. So I'm seeing it as something that takes time and unfolds over the next 18 months. Okay. So while you're in this state, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. You have options and you have a lot of fresh energy coming your way. Don't be surprised if this person doesn't sort of have a turnaround themselves, because it's not just happening for you, it's happening for everybody. Okay, so really lovely reading for you there, Aries Rising. That's what I have for you. All the best to you for the next 18 months of North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. Hey guys, welcome. This is your Nodes of Fate reading for Leo Rising. We have our North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. So we have the Moon and the Hermit. They'll be our anchors for the spread. And I want to talk to you about the house placement. So for Leo Rising, you can expect to find Pisces fall in your chart somewhere between the 9th house, the 8th house, or the 7th house. Primarily the 8th for most of you. But let me read for you. And I'm giving you what that area of life really focuses on, those what the houses focus on. So for the 9th house, if you have Pisces in the 9th house, it says, what is greater than oneself and a guiding force for living. So you can come back to the beginning here. It's timestamped, so you can write these down for yourself. It's about belief systems, religion, philosophy, long distance travel, legal matters and law, internationalism, publishing, which means, you could write a book, public relations, universities and higher education, adventure, search for meaning and purpose, justice, mystical searching, higher life perspective. So in that mystical searching and higher learning, we've got also tarot, astrology, etc., astronomy, mysticism, you get it. Okay, 8th house themes, what one intimately shares with others. So it's shared resources, as I spoke about it being a money house, others' opinions, emotional depth, sexuality, support from others, insurance, taxes, mysteries, psychology and the psyche, counseling, rituals, taboos, deep transformations, binding contracts, magic, emotional energies from others. So those are the 8th house themes. If you have Pisces in the 8th house, Pisces in the 7th house, what one shares in relationships. So that's the relationship house, cooperation, personal communities, legalities, business negotiations and contracts, interdependence, significant others and partnerships, open enemies, diplomacy, balancing energies between self and others. I say open enemies because the 12th house has hidden enemies, the enemies you're not aware you have. Okay, so someone you're locking horns with. So those are the 7th house themes. Okay, so if you've got Pisces there, remember we've got some dissolving qualities to some of that, and we need that Virgo South Node for the grounding aspects, but also we're in an ascension phase. We're in a reset phase with some of this, okay? So as you think about what comes through in this spread, keep all of that in mind. So I've got my spread here that I'm going to pull, and because each card has a very specific meaning, I'll be referring to my notes as I go through that. Card 3, card 4, card 5, card 6, card 7. So let me move that up. And I'm not necessarily going to clarify every single card. I don't clarify the nodes themselves. They're just sort of our anchors. So card 1 is the challenge. 9 of Wands makes sense. And the challenge position is what makes it difficult for you to align with your North Node here. What makes it difficult for you to align here is that things feel like a struggle. It might be a struggle for you to tap into your intuition. It might be a struggle for you to manage the energies of that dissolving quality, right? And to stay grounded. So it provides insights in what you need to overcome, to work through in order to grow and create better alignment, right? Which means you kind of need to tough it out. It's not going to be easy. It will be a definite challenge. The challenge is it's going to be a challenge. Sorry about that. And then, but in the support, Queen of Pentacles, this nice energy of self-care, right? This is a very anchored, grounded card. So it is about prioritizing yourself throughout this process. And you may have lots of moments where you feel very depleted. And so you're going, the support is about how do you, renew yourself? How do you recharge your battery? What do you need to already set that in motion? You like start making your shopping list of what you're going to need to replenish yourself, to make sure that you stay grounded, that you stay recharged, whether it's nutritional, because of course Virgo, as I spoke about in the intro, is very body, right, oriented. Like, are baths your thing? Are grounding mats something that would be helpful? Nutritionally, is there some kind of collagen product you might need to stock up on? Right? Soups, teas, herbal products, supplements that you might have slacked off on that you need to kind of, right? Your prebiotic, your probiotic, and things like that. So that's what I'm seeing here for that Queen of Pentacles is your support, is you become your own support system for what you're about to undergo, because it's going to be a stress on you. Lessons to learn, lovers, that this is all about a choice, right? The Lover's card is a card of choice. It is, it can be speaking about a relationship. It can be speaking about something that you're about to go through with your beloved. And so it provides insights into the areas of personal growth and development that are currently relevant to you, since you come here for relationship advice and for readings on that. I'm going to say that you're going to have some lessons to learn in this sacred connection. And so, you better be taking care of you, because I'm going to test you, says the universe, okay? The opportunities for growth. I love that we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is also associated with the sign of Virgo. So our South Node is getting a little backup here, in that your opportunity for growth here is about how to slow yourself down, how to begin with the end in mind, how to look ahead, how to sort of plan things out so that you don't sort of spin yourself into something that really depletes you to such a point that you can't recover. All right, you don't want to spend the next 18 months like I'm a Leo rising, so this is all speaking to me as well, and I understand what I'm seeing here myself. So I share this with any of you who are here as the Leo rising, is that I'm going to need to be very careful about pacing myself. So see this as a pacing card. Be very deliberate, very intentional about how you're moving through time and space for the next 18 months. You're going to need that. You're going to need to be right. This says areas of your life where you can focus your efforts to experience personal transformation. Be methodical, be intentional, have a freaking plan. Note to self. Okay. And then for integration, well, there's Leo, right? It's about this card represents how to achieve harmony between old patterns, right? Which we're dropping out here, we're releasing, we're purging old patterns and new potentials so we can fully embody our higher selves. Well, this is all about sort of allowing this experience to give us a leg up so we can overcome those old patterns and release them without it being too taxing on us. So in relationship too, there might be some things to overcome, and we might need to be really aware of how our expectations about how fast things move, and that we need to kind of overcome those expectations because we have a tendency to spin ourselves out. All right, because if you have Leo rising, you have probably got some Leo in your first house there. Okay, unless your Leo rising is at the anaretic degree, like the 29th degree. But most of you are going to have some Leo energy in the first house. So you're kind of somebody that in your core personality, you're go, 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 and you're energetic and you're wanting things to happen quickly. Okay? So this is going to be about how to overcome those tendencies and old patterns where if things don't happen quickly, you either lose interest or you spin yourself out and get yourself broken down pretty quick. And that is also with regard to relationships here. Okay, so that's what I have in just the down and dirty. Let me just pull. I'm going to pull for the challenge. 9 of Wands. Yes, the World card. Endings and new beginnings, right? But it's also closing out cycles that have been disappointing and challenging because new information is coming in. The new downloads are coming in and they're coming fast, and you're going to have to sort of take in that information, right? See how it feels. The 4 of Cups. It's also 4 of Cups is you don't want to miss any opportunities. So you're really about sort of closing out the old patterns, closing out the old cycles so we can have some new beginnings and not wanting to miss any important information. So you're sort of also being can you see how this would be difficult in a challenge? Because it's going to be coming at you fast. Lots of new information's coming online. So let's look at our Queen of Pentacles in the support position. 2 of Pentacles. Yes, 2 of Swords. Love this. And 3 of Cups. Yes. So everything's going to be a process of assessment. As it's all coming in, stop yourself, pull yourself back, ground yourself, and weigh the pros and cons. And buy yourself a little time and make sure you have enough information that you can sort of decide what's good for you, decide what feels good to your body, get that clarity. The 3 of Cups feels like there could be some opportunities for reconciliation or causes for celebration, but you don't want it to come at your own expense. Okay, you don't want it to be something that sort of wrecks you. Let's see in the lessons to learn, the Lovers. 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 9 of Swords. So in the lessons to learn, you have to, again, you don't want this to be something that you become obsessed adjacent about, that causes you more angst and aggravation and anxiety and worry. So you have to know your limitations in your connection. What feels good. So before you allow this to deplete you, and before you spend too much time worrying about missing an opportunity, you have to know what your limitations are. So that's your lesson to learn, and slow yourself down. Anything that's worth having will still be there if it's truly available to you, right? That saying, what's meant for you won't pass you by. So you don't have to act quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's the overall message here that I'm picking up, is slow your roll. And you don't have to make snap decisions. You have to stay grounded and take everything into consideration, because what's available to you will be there. And one last thing I want to look at here is the Strength card for the integration. Ooh, 4 of... Well, I like seeing the Hanged Man. Yeah, there was another card that was trying to come out. I don't know what it was. But yeah, you're going to want to be coming face to face, integrating where you need better boundaries and not really kind of being open to all the drama. So I like seeing the Hanged Man. This is Neptune, which rules Pisces, right? Kind of pulling yourself out and above and over, like rise above the drama so you can overcome it. It is a natural built-in pause. So that might be very helpful for you to integrate that spiritual wisdom that says, yeah, I'm not going to buy into the like I gotta hurry up and this has to happen today. It's like, nope, I want to kind of take a big look at everything before I make decisions too quickly. So that's going to really be what it is for you, Leo rising. It's going to be an 18-month cycle of, well, yeah, I'm closing out some old cycles. I'm releasing some things. I'm not going to exhaust myself. I'm not going to over worry myself. I'm going to be collecting information and making decisions from a position of wisdom and observation, and with all due diligence and deliberation, and more methodically, so that I can get the result that I want. That is what I see for you, Leo rising. Have a splendid 18 months with the nodes of fate. Bye. Hey guys, welcome. This is the Sagittarius Rising reading for the nodes of fate. We have our North Node in Pisces, our South Node in Virgo. So the Moon card, the Hermit card will be our anchor positions here for the spread. But let me first talk to you about the house or houses where you will likely find Pisces in your chart if you have Sagittarius Rising. So if I was using the whole house system where it's just one house per little quadrant, or one little pie section of the zodiac wheel, it would be the fourth house. But because most of us use Placidus as the house system, it could be Sag the fourth house, it could be a little bit of the fifth, it could be a little bit of the third. So I'm going to give you the fifth, the fourth, the third descriptors, okay? So let me jump into that. The fifth house themes are what one creates and what gives one pleasure. So the keywords, and this is timestamp, so you can come back here to the beginning and take notes on this. Self-expression, courage to be yourself in the world, personal creativity, the children in your life, receiving love, pleasure, dating, relating, risk-taking, fun and games, your artistic self, being strong in one's light, performance, and being seen by others. So remember, the fifth house is ruled by the sign of Leo. So all of that should make sense, okay? The fourth house, which is what I think the bulk of you will have most of Pisces falling in, is what one uses and needs to feel at home. Because the fourth house is the house of the home and the mother. So it's life foundation, roots, family lineage, where you come from, comfort zones, home life, your internalized self, private space, emotional process, emotional needs and feelings, real estate, sacred space, nurturing own needs, the womb energy. It's also about the mother, or being our own mother, or about mother or mothering. So keep those in mind. And then the third house is what one thinks and what one knows well in their close community. It's communication style, learning process, cerebral self, mental processes, early childhood learning, peers, daily routines fall in there, siblings, neighbors, short distance travel, cars and personal transportation, writing, speaking, teaching, and verbal expression. So it's the house of communication, but it's lots of thought. Okay, So those are the three houses that Pisces can fall in. Most of you will have it relatively concentrated in that fourth house. Okay, so those are the themes for the North Node in Pisces I wanted to share with you, the most important. And of course, Virgo is going to be completely opposite. But we focus on the North Node mostly. All right, so you may have some dissolving, some things that are dissolving there, and you're going to need that grounded energy to support you. But you can also have a lot of enlightenment, good intuition in those areas of life. So you do want to look at your chart and see where the bulk of Pisces is falling. Okay? All right, so I'm going to pull the spread. This is not a spread I have ever used. So I do have a guide here that I'm following. I'm not going to do a lot of clarifying. I'm going to spend more time on the main cards coming through. We have our anchors of the North and South Node. Card 3 is your challenge. Card 4 is your support, which is interesting with the Tower. Card 5 is your lessons to learn. I love that one already. Card 6 are your opportunities for growth, and card 7 is your integration card. I love that as well. This is nice, Sag Rising. So for your challenge, this card reveals your current challenge that might make it difficult for you to align with your North Node. Well, not yours, but with this North Node is a transiting North Node, okay? So it provides insights into what you need to overcome or to work through in order to grow and create better alignment. And that is a card of complacency, right? Because it's going to get in the way of your wish fulfillment if you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything about this. I think things are good as they are. I don't really want to deal with this. Right? Things are going to get a little bit wonky, and especially if you feel like you're being kind of sucked up and out of your own comfort zone, you may kind of run up against this energy. In the support, you've got the Tower, which is interesting because the Tower, as a support card, represents energies or resources available to you for aligning fully. So if this is what's going to kind of keep you out of alignment, this is like a wake-up call. Like you may have a few moments that you're not going to feel like it's support, but it's going to like a little shock and awe that tells you, wake up, Sleeping Beauty. You don't have time to rest on your laurels. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. It's a little bit of a wake-up call. Some things may happen, and I'm not saying Tower moments in a negative sense. I'm saying things that get your attention, that lets you know that what's happening here is not sustainable, and therefore you can't sort of just go like, oh, things are good as they are, and be complacent about it. So you may get signs and signals and warnings that give you just enough of a lead time to take some action and get you out of this, okay? So things don't fall apart. I don't see Tower moments in a negative sense for you because of the position of the card, which is that it comes in as a support. Okay, so that's a good thing. Lessons to learn is how to freaking take care of yourself, how to get yourself anchored, how to take care of business, how to, it's a self-care card. So lessons to learn, this card provides insights into the areas of personal growth and development that are currently relevant to you. Now, don't forget, she's a feminine archetype of a life partner. So it's almost like kind of training yourself as to how to rely on yourself, how to, make sure you are taken care of. That old adage of put your oxygen mask on you first before you assist anyone else around you. Okay, because for your own, this is your, oh, I'm sorry, I said opportunities for growth. No, lessons to learn, right. Personal growth and development currently relevant. This is your opportunity for growth because we're talking about the future. This is all leading you somewhere wonderful. So the opportunity for growth card is potentials for growth that are available to you right now, areas of life which you can focus your efforts to experience personal transformation. So if you are envisioning a future, whether it's life partnership or just a better life for yourself, this is you getting all your freaking ducks in a row, okay? and elevating your own life for you. And you can't get there from here. Okay, you can't get there from kind of being lazy about it, or just kind of like same old, staying stuck in a rut. Okay, so your support is something may happen, the ground may quiver beneath your feet, giving you a sign that nobody else is paying attention to, but you're going to be like, oh, because you're in that Pisces, right, reset transfusion energy where you're going to feel the tremors coming before anybody else does. And you'll be able to take swift action, take care of you, and then prepare for this ascendant transformation that almost, remember, the Pisces and Virgo are going to be the eclipses. So that North Node slingshotting you into the future, you know, bow and arrow, I made the bow and arrow, but I said slingshot. You know what I mean, right? Into the future with abundance and with like a lot of grounded energy to support you. And then the integration, how to achieve the harmony between old patterns, everything feels good to me, and the new potentials, hello, so you can fully embody your highest self. And then by the time you get to the end of this 18-month period, you're home free. And you're in this peaceful existence, calm, serene, right? So whether you're traveling with someone or flying solo doesn't matter. I'm sensing that one thing that cannot happen is you're not coming out of this the way you went in. There will be no coasting for the next 18 months. This isn't going to allow it. This is not intended to harm you. This is a supportive energy. But I feel like it will be your awareness of something that could be coming down the pike, that this is not going to cut it, right? Okay, so that's the little heads up. Let's take a look at that. I want to see that tower. Hermit, perfect. There's our South Node. Ten of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. I like that we have a King and Queen of Pentacles. So I almost get the impression that you see perhaps this supportive energy of the tower is you taking some time here to reflect, right? The Hermit sort of goes within. A little solitary journeying. Doesn't mean you have to go away, just means you go within to kind of get a read on what you want for your future in a relationship. How does someone show up for you? What do you want a life partner? What does it look like? What does it mean? How do you want to walk through life with someone? And because this is the opportunity for growth, the fact that it's showing up here in the support, this tower is what you're going to see is what's not sustainable and what needs to change. And you can't get to that by just being complacent and tolerating what isn't working for you. And remember, that's your feedback loop, is a lot of downloads, a lot of information coming at you, and then it's sort of being filtered through the body, right, with that Virgo South Node and purging. Can't believe I just made that gesture. Literally, right? I use the digestive tract, but it's literally a purging of what isn't going to work for you. And however you have to detox, whether it's in a connection or in your body or in your mind, however you have to do it, Sag Rising, because that tower is that moment where you kind of go, oh, like, think of this as, you know, that emoji with the mind blown. That's what I'm seeing here, is like it can be an awakening card, like, oh shit, this is not going to work, and it's not going to work because of this and that, and so you can't be complacent about it. Okay, I've said it 100 times. So now I want to look at the Ten of Pentacles because it's the opportunity for growth. Knight of Swords, clearing that up, making sure. Hierophant, I want this kind of a commitment. Ace of Cups, are you coming with me? Because if not, there will be somebody on my path who will see what I see and want what I want. There it is. Right? There it is. The opportunity for growth is your clarity and your ability to put it to words and to communicate it effectively and assertively, instead of just accepting what somebody's dishing out to you. No, 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 no more. Mm-mm. I love that for you. Yeah, that's what I have. I don't feel the need to clarify any further. You're going to come out on the other side with some damn peace of mind. That feels good. Blessings to you, Sag Rising, for the nodes of fate for the next 18 months. I'll see you on the flip side.